I couldn't fucking find it. It was the Zoom is updated, so I couldn't do it. I'm on a different
Do you
thing.
often have trouble finding buttons?
What's up, everybody? Welcome to Tuck Rule Takes episode 131. Going to be the draft episode of Tuck Rule Takes. Gang is all here per usual. My name is Mike. Big Al is here. Liam is here as well. We have a lot to talk to. Patriots have locked up a cornerstone of their team for the foreseeable future. We do, unfortunately, have a small little bit of Tom Brady news to get to. And then, obviously, there is the draft as well. We'll give our kind of grades, kind of go over it here and there. But, guys, ladies and gentlemen, we kind of a big thing. The three Tuck Rule Take boys met over the last couple of weeks.
That was the last time. Yeah, I forgot.
We did. We met. We all convened at Al's house. I know it's been forever. It seems like it's been forever. I was immediately called small by Liam.
Well, Mike, I gotta say, like, obviously not now because you have the computer angled upwards, but like with your old setup, you looked far more imposing than you are in real life.
Man, that upset. First of all, I'm at a standing. The desk is up right now. I'm standing. I can do all this. I can go backwards. I can go forwards. I can do all this.
That's even worse.
But yeah, first I say when I walk in, hey, wow, you're smaller in person. Okay.
And Mike's not even exaggerating. Those were the first words that came out of Liam's mouth to Mike. First time he's ever
said hi. I said hi.
I don't remember hearing a hi, pal. I don't remember hearing a hi. I just remember hearing, "Holy shit, you're smaller. You're smaller than I thought."
Yeah, that's what it was. You're smaller than I thought. Anyway, you know, of course. But no, that was a good time. I also got called Tim McGraw, which was an interesting.
Yeah,
that was an interesting part of the night. I would rate that night overall as an A. I had fun, guys.
Yeah,
that was good.
It was a blast.
I enjoyed hosting you guys, and you guys were great. And you're welcome back anytime.
Much appreciated. I left there in less than stellar condition. I respect.
Yes, you did.
Me too. But you know, my parents.
How was that ride home to New Hampshire? Is that a long one? I would have passed out in the car.
I had to pee so bad, dude.
Obviously,
I was in the back of the car to the point where like I didn't want to move because I was like, however my bladder is right now, I cannot move.
Yeah,
I almost like looked for a bottle to piss in back there. I was like, this is horrible.
We've all been there.
Yep.
But yeah, no, good times, guys. We all met. Will not be the last time. I'm going to be up again in July, so maybe.
Hey,
when you go back.
I went back. I'm down here. I came back Saturday, so a few days ago.
Oh, shit.
A few days ago, I got back. So no, I came back, and this is my office room now. It's all set up because I work from home now. So I got this. I got posters. I still got to put up all sports: Red Sox, Patriots, Celtics, Bruins, the whole nine. I got a whole thing here with a bunch of stuff. So I'll do a little tour maybe. Not on this.
Cartman in the background there.
There he is back there.
The kid from those "Don't Do Drug" commercials. Like they smoke weed, and then they turn into a deflated balloon.
Flat leather. But yeah. So I think we got to. Get into it. So first and foremost, came across the news today. The Patriots extended Christian Barmore, 4-year deal worth up to $92 million. Guaranteed $41 million. So essentially it's a 4-year, $10 million deal, just about a little bit over. And then obviously a bunch of incentives that he'll probably hit. Nice little tidbit though. This is the largest non-Tom Brady contract the Patriots have ever given out.
No shit.
Yeah. Wow. Yeah. So whoever wants to start, thoughts, concerns, if there are any, how do we feel about this?
No concerns. It's just another great move this offseason by who should be the actual GM of the Patriots, Elliott Wolf. Another great move, locks up a defensive superstar for the foreseeable future, locks up a key part of the defense. And I read this tweet from Bob Sosi, the play-by-play guy for the Patriots, and it's so true. It's exactly what you want. You come in, you work hard, keep your head down, you produce, and then the team says, we want you to stay. That's exactly what the message should be here. In the new regime in New England, if you perform and you do well and you deserve a second contract, you should get a second contract. Could not be happier for Christian Barmore. And I think he's going to be a huge part of the defense for years to come. I'm glad they got it done. And more importantly, there's a guy by the name of Matthew Judon that should be coming up next very soon.
Yeah. Yeah, it seems like the writing's on the wall with Judon, seeing as we went through the offseason, just firing off all those re-signings for the keys of the last couple of years. He'll certainly be on there. But I'm fired up. There's really, like Val said, no complaints. Christian Barmore, we spoke his praises basically since he's been drafted.
We called him out, and then he came, and then he came back. Yep.
He had like a 5-game skid where we were like, well, this isn't Christian Barmore. Obviously, loyal listener to the show, realized, the TRT boys are right. I'm going to go out there and big ball. And hey, I don't want to put words in his mouth. I like to think we got him paid. So
we kind of did. So we'll have to, when he comes on here, we'll talk about royalties and stuff like that.
Yeah, we'll figure something out.
Al, I think you kind of hit the nail on the head too, because this kind of happened with Kendrick Bourne as well, where players that in a past regime may not have gotten a second contract. I think Barmore would have, but just some other guys who might not have gotten one. They're kind of sending the message out there where it's like, if you come here, you perform like you said, and you do well, in all areas, all facets of football, they're going to at least try to sign you again. And that's what they did with Barmore. That's what they did with Bourne. Uche, I know, got the 1-year deal. So it is what it is. Not Adrian Phillips, Kyle Duggar. He got the contract too. So I think that's a good sign to send to free agents who you're trying to bring in, especially in a time where, Patriots they're not rebuilding. I saw Matt Chatham tweeted about that today, former Patriots linebacker, special teams guy, that like the word rebuild a little too harsh for what they're doing. Because this roster isn't a rebuild. It's more of like a retool, like a kind of get
revamp almost
together. Yeah, that's all.
When you rebuild, it's kind of like a clean house. You get the connotation that they're just sweeping the floor of everything, and that's not us.
Yeah. The Patriots kind of did a rebuild, like a sneaky backdoor rebuild, where like they didn't get rid of everybody, but they kind of did throughout the last few years. But Barmore is definitely going to be one of those guys who going to be here for a while. So him, Duggar, you got Jennings. So you're kind of Bentley. You're kind of starting to see like what the defense is going to look like.
What's the status on Ronnie Perkins? How's he doing?
Damn, you got me. Shit. I was trying to think of something. I will go to my grave thinking that Ronnie Perkins just, I'm just going to blame
his
Matt
deal's got
Patricia.
to be coming up, right?
I'm just going to blame Matt Patricia.
Same. Okay.
I heard it was going to be 5 for 120. That's the latest that I heard.
That was the rumor around town.
Schefter and Howe and all that.
Five for $120. That was it. Not 120 million.
Just 5 minutes.
Straight 120. $120. 5 for $120. That's
They're giving him $125 to get the fuck out of there.
He's got 5 minutes to get out, and then he will get his $120.
Jeez, that's all he spent here. Ronnie Perkins got RIP. Not dead. No. But yeah, Barmore here. Good. Great. Also, I do want to get into the draft, so we'll just quickly touch on this one. I don't even know if you guys have more than like a sentence to say about it. That Tom Brady roast is coming up. I think it looks like one of the most cringeworthy things ever. Just the commercial is like weird. It almost looks like fake. I don't know. He's walking away from a building. He swears a couple times because Tom Brady swears, so that's cool. Yep. Kevin Hart's hosting
so relatable.
The only thing that now makes it so I think we all will probably watch a little bit. One, Bill Belichick is going to be one of the roasters. I saw it was Ben Affleck, Julian Edelman, Gronk. I don't really care to see them. That's fine. I like all of them except for Gronk. But the fact that Belichick's going to be there, I think we got to see it. Quick thoughts on that at all?
Yeah, I'm going to watch it regardless, just because I like to watch Tom Brady get roasted. I try and roast Tom Brady any chance I get. I don't
even think that's what's going to happen. It's going to be like low-hanging fruit,
I know. It's going to be like, I know you won 7 Super Bowls, but you can't drive. And everyone's going to be like, okay.
All those deflated balls.
I would love to see Drew Bledsoe in there just to get as many shots as he can.
That would be awesome.
For taking
that would be good.
I want a few divorce jokes in there. That'd be fantastic.
Drew Bledsoe would go for the neck. He would go for the throat with that.
Oh, Drew Bledsoe would be mean.
Yeah.
It would be fantastic. Yeah. I'd love to get like Bernard Pollard in there, just somebody who fucking hates the Patriots, just to like
get Bart Scott in there too.
Yeah. Yeah, or like Terrell Suggs, someone who just doesn't even roast him, just cusses him up and down, gets
Yep.
off the stage. It's like,
Yep.
fuck you. It's like, all right, where's your roast? That was it.
But yeah, Al, thoughts, anything at all?
Yeah, nothing really. I got a quick
Yeah.
question, unrelated, before we talk about the draft.
Yes.
Oh,
Correct.
hold on. I'm keeping it on topic for a second here. Did you
Okay.
guys see Bill Belichick on Pat McAfee in the
Amazing.
draft?
He was really good.
Amazing. He
I
was
appreciate
really good.
Belichick on there.
Yeah, like you could tell he was kind of awkward and uncomfortable, and like
At first,
he's
yeah, it seemed like
clear. Yeah, he's clearly not much of a public speaker, but like super candid, super nice, like, and like I watched every second of it because if Bill Belichick's on the screen, he has my full attention. Pat McAfee would like try and like make jokes during all these picks, and Belichick would like reel the whole show back in and be like, this guy,
Yep.
he's fantastic man corner, and like pull everyone back in. They're all like talking shit. They had the Mel Kiper impersonator, and Bill would be like, hold on, look at this guy. He only had 2 interceptions in college, but they never throw it. And then he just goes off into these incredible like football rants. And I was like, this is what I've been looking for. The dude's a fucking genius. I was eating it all up.
dude, I could listen to him talk about, like, that's the thing. People are always like, oh, he doesn't talk. If you just let him talk about football, he's got a couple jokes, couple stories in there.
Yeah.
If you just let him talk about football, he will go on. And just the way he talks about it, the things he says, it's like this man is, like you said, he is a football genius.
Yeah.
Genius.
He is. And he's going to be. He's going to be on with McAfee every Monday after football season.
Yeah,
now.
I saw that.
That's confirmed.
That's fucking
crazy. He made like a fire.
And it was joke. Belichick. It was Belichick that asked McAfee, like, hey, can I come on your show every Monday? And what's McAfee going to say? No, get the hell out of here. Like, done. Easy.
Yeah.
Do you guys think he comes back to coaching, or do you think he stays in the media unless a good situation?
Now. I think there's a part of me that says I think in 2025 the right coaching job will come along, and I think he'll come back. I think he wants to break Shula's record.
Yeah,
exactly. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. All right.
Did you guys see he got all the GMs on there too and whatnot? Like he's like, hold on, let me put a call into Sean Payton. And he gets Kevin O'Connell, the head coach from the Vikings. And Pat McAfee's like, we didn't plan for any of this. Bill's just firing off a text, and then they all get on. They're like, well, I got a text from Bill Belichick saying to come on the show. And if Bill tells me to go somewhere, I'm gonna go. I'm like, this is fucking awesome. Yeah. And they were all talking like it seems like all the GMs and all the coaches that they had on, like all want Bill back in the league, just not playing them, but they're all like, they all made the jokes, the same old thing. Like, I'm sure you'll be back in, like, just, play bad against us.
Yeah, I think he will be. Al, what were you going to say? You were going to say something?
Just real quick. Liam, how do you feel? Actually, we know how you feel, Mike. This doesn't really involve you. How do you feel that legendary running back Ezekiel Elliott will now be rejoining his old team with the Dallas Cowboys? Going back to the Cowboys in the 2024 season, he was a great leader for the 2023 Patriots, had a couple good touchdowns, had a couple good games, and will be truly missed in the locker room. Do you have any words you'd like to say to Mr. Elliott as he makes his way back to Dallas?
Well, when you said it, what do I think of it? I don't. I put about as much thought of Zeke going to the Cowboys as I do, when I put my trash bags in the trash bin out by the road and the trash truck comes and throws them in there. And where do they go from there? Fuck if I know. Probably to the Cowboys stadium. That's what Ezekiel Elliott to me. He's a trash bag going to be with all the other trash exactly where he belongs. I am completely indifferent on the fact that a running back who had almost as many fumbles as touchdowns in his time with us is gone. He sucks. There's a reason that we won 4 fucking games the only time he was here. He's complete waste of space. And now he can go to the Cowboys and rush for 3.4 yards per carry and be fucking terrible and disappoint everyone who likes that abominable franchise.
So Liam's going to really miss Ezekiel Elliott is what I got from that whole thing. So Liam, hold your tears. I can tell you're holding back. It's okay. But I just wanted to check on you from friend to friend. I wanted to just do a wellness check on you and just see how you're doing.
What did the news come out at 11? Yeah, I started drinking none.
Yeah, I could tell.
Well, damn, it would have been nice to see him back. But yeah, Zeke's gone with the Cowboys. So you guys have got nothing else to talk about. Want to get into the draft?
Draft time.
All right, let's do it. So
We
I'm
got
just
our
gonna run
QB,
through-
baby. QB
let me run through the
future.
picks, and then, dude, I'm so excited to talk about this. So, Patriots draft goes like this: first round, third overall pick, Drake May, quarterback. Second round, 37th overall pick, wide receiver Jalen Polk, whatever. Third round, 68th overall pick, Caden Wallace, offensive tackle, probably going to be your left tackle. Fourth round pick, 103rd overall, Layden Robinson, another offensive lineman. Fourth round, 110th overall pick, wide receiver Javon Baker, who I can't wait to talk about
actually.
him. Javon, I'm sorry. Javon
Yeah,
Baker from
Javon,
UCF, right around the corner from where I live. Sixth round pick, 180th overall, Marcellus Dial. Cool name. Sixth round pick, 193rd pick overall, QB, Joe Milton the third. And
Did somebody call that?
Oh, and then the last pick,
right?
You did. Seventh round, 231st overall, Jaheim Bell. We will get to all of them. Obviously, we'll spend more time talking about some than others. First and foremost, we got to start with the first one. Liam, you said it. The Patriots have their quarterback, Josh Allen, like play alike. That's what people are comparing him to, which is fine. He's big. He's what, 6'4", almost 6'5", 230, basically 220. Yeah. Quarterback Drake May from North Carolina. I am elated. I know that we were talking all the discourse coming up to it between us, not even everybody else. Just, what are they going to do? Jaden Daniels going to be there, Marvin Harrison Jr., which, by the way, he's going to be wasted on the Cardinals. But we're all just talking. But, dude, just seeing him get picked, first of all, he looks kind of like a goofy white boy, but not in the same ilk of Mac Jones. Mac Jones looked like a doof.
I don't know.
He just looks a little
prepubescent to me. I got like flashbacks.
But then you
like,
hear him talk.
Like a child.
I think the difference is hearing Drake May talk and how no. He's got a little bit of and I hate to use it, but like he's got a little bit of swag to him. He does have a little bit of cockiness, so I like it.
I like Mac Jones' swag walk out of the green room. I thought that
he was
swag.
walking like an auntie. No. Drake May is the guy. Drake, may the force be with you. Drake Day, let's go. How do you guys feel?
Listen, it's gonna be May. And it's going to be May for a long time.
When the Patriots account tweeted that out, I was like, come on.
But in all seriousness, right? Going back to the Mac Jones thing for a second, when Mac Jones walked out, it looked like he was trying so hard to make sure that he was like so prepared to come to the Patriots. Drake May, it just looked like it was effortless. Natural. The way he talked to the media, right? Natural. The way he talked to the media, he just was himself. He was easygoing. Talked about how much he wants to be here, wants to bring back the winning culture that New England Patriots fans like ourselves are accustomed to. Like, how can you not get excited about that? How can you not get fired up?
What are you supposed to say?
Just went from 6 to midnight.
All you can say, all you have to say is, I'm very thankful that the Patriots drafted me. I'm ready to go. That's all. That's
you either do what he did, which is the diplomatic political answer that most draft picks do, or you'd be like,
but it wasn't diplomatic.
Neighbors, who is just like, proud to be a New York Giant.
But it wasn't diplomatic. That's the thing. There was some charisma there with Drake May. There was some, dare I say, happiness about the fact that he's coming into a situation like this, because look at the first two teams that went ahead of the Patriots. Chicago is always a mess. The last couple of years, they've been drafting, and I give them credit. They've actually had some pretty good drafts.
They got a good team. Now, they had a decent draft.
They did. And they right now are going nowhere. Washington is always a shit show with their leadership, with like who's in command and everything, no pun intended. But again, exactly. Again, the Patriots at least have some stability as far as the owner is concerned. Yes, it's a new head coach. I understand that, but it's someone that's been around the organization, someone that's seen firsthand what it takes to win. And you have a good core of veteran players. Why wouldn't you want to come into that? And guess what? If revisionist history is correct, if the Patriots could have gone back and helped Mac Jones, they would have. But now since they can't and Drake May's the guy, they're going to do everything in their power to make sure that Drake May is taken care of, that he has all the weapons that he needs, and he has the protection to help him. So this was a great slam dunk pick. I'm happy he's here. At first I was, and Liam, I know you were on with me. We were both kind of like, okay. Now I'm like, all right, let's see what this kid can do. I'm not fully convinced yet, but I'm happy that it looks like the projection is going to be better than the last guy that we drafted at the quarterback position.
I like what you said. Like football wise, I do think the organization is going to do everything they can to not repeat that horrible
Yeah,
mistake
Elliot
that we
Wolf
had
said as much
beforehand.
almost. Yeah.
Yeah, but the way you talk yourself into Drake May and how much swag he had and how psyched he was to be a Patriot and stuff like that, you sound like somebody who moved to a new place and they're describing it to all your hometown friends like the roads are paved with gold, they're giving out $100 bills and you move from Jonestown to Mayville and you're talking to all your friends back in Jonestown like, oh, like Mayville's fucking incredible, the place is so nice, they're, everyone makes 150K a year here. No, like that's not real life. Like I get it. It's our quarterback. You got to support your guy, but you don't need to polish it up like this is like he walked out onto the podium and you're like, "Oh my God, he's so charismatic." No, he looked like a child who went out there and said the same thing that all
He's
200
21.
where yeah, and he
He is
is,
a child.
it's at that point in my
I'm
life
12
where
years older
I'm
than him.
older than most picture. Well, yeah, you're fucking old. There's a difference there. I'm only 6 years older than him, but I am at the point in my life where they're all younger than me. But he didn't say anything different than anyone else who was picked besides Malik Neighbors said for the rest of the draft. He went out there. I'm excited to be a part of the Patriots organization, a winning culture here.
Dude,
We're going
this
to
is
do a
just
good
sour
job.
grapes because they didn't pick Marvin Harrison Jr. Let's just call this what
I
this is,
know,
you Eagles
no, it's
fan.
realistic. No, I'm realistic.
Ugh.
Like you're talking him up like he went out there and did some innovative thing that's never been done at the
He
draft. It's
just,
like he
man,
wasn't
you
that fucking
can't deny
charismatic. The only thing
he
I
was
liked was
charismatic.
like when his brothers got on there and called him a bitch and he
That was
chuckled.
fun.
Like that was nice. That was good.
Mac
Like
Jones would have
that's
cried.
no, probably not. Like I always thought Mac Jones was pretty personable too, but like, they're both basically the same fucking thing.
No. Actually, do you know what's bad though? He's going to be wearing number 10 as well. So it's just like another
Yeah.
nerdy kind of looking
Yeah,
white
they
guy.
look
But
the
the thing is though,
exact same.
he is built though much, I think better. That
Yeah,
more, he's
he's
more
a
suited
better
to be an
athlete for
NFL quarterback.
sure.
Yeah.
Like Mac Jones was
Yeah. Cooler name.
questionable
Actually, not a cool.
athlete wise. Like it's questionable that Mac Jones is athletic enough to be in the league. Like he has a good arm, but it's questionable like if he's like an NFL athlete. Granted, I think it was also questionable that Tom Brady was an NFL athlete, like coming into it.
Exactly.
Like everyone made fun of him. But
Yeah.
like, obviously Drake May's built, like you said, 6'4", 225, built like a brick shit house. Looks to me, he's got a baby face. He looks like he's fucking 4 years old.
Yeah, well, that's the thing. He came up and I was like, how old is he? I was like, was he 23, 24? Dude is 21. 21. Yeah. Like, okay, I'll give him a pass that he just like figured out that he could drink publicly and not get in trouble for it.
Yeah.
Like,
there you go.
I don't know.
You still can't drink publicly. It's usually against the law.
I am just yeah, that's right. Legally.
Legally, unless you're in Vegas, New
Yeah.
Orleans, or Atlantic City.
I don't know, man. I'm pumped for Drake May. I think that it is definitely. I will agree with you to some extent, though, Liam, because it's like we did the same shit with Mac Jones, where it's like he is your guy, so you do get you kind of from now until probably the year starts. I think everybody who has this first round type pick, actually any of your first round pick, you look at it with rose colored glasses, where you're like, this is the guy. No, this is it. Like I'm sure the Bears are doing it for for the 18th time. The Commanders, I know they're doing it because they got a Heisman Trophy winner. So.
If we picked Saddam Hussein with the 3rd overall pick, we'd all look at each other and go, "Well, he's a great tactician. Like the guy can lead an attack. Like
right, exactly.
Friggin', we talk our way into it. Yeah,
he gets the people
does.
going.
Like, he can do damage. Like I guess.
I don't know, man. I just think it's different. I think it just feels. And I'm not saying he's like the coolest guy in the world coming up there, but it does just seem.
No,
I don't know. I don't know. This just seems a little different than so far the process of how Mac Jones looked, spoke, handled it. I know that they're all saying kind of to an extent that they're happy to be here, but it just I don't know. I just think there's a bit of a difference in. I'm just happy that Al's on the same page with me because Liam's like I said, Liam is just mad that the Patriots passed on Marvin Harrison Jr.
It's a all-time historic mistake.
Oh my god! Okay, you know what's going to happen? He will end up on the Patriots in like 7 years. Marvin Harrison Jr. will because he's going to be on the Cardinals. He's going to get a contract for someone else. He'll probably get hurt and then he'll come back. Yeah. That's what's going to happen.
Definitely.
Any final thoughts? Not you, Liam, because I know your thoughts about it. Al on Drake May. quarterback of
Like
the
what?
future, number 10.
What are our expectations here? What are we thinking? Like,
Oh, dude, you don't want to know about my expectations.
Is he sitting all year? Or is he playing?
I think at least the first month he's going to be sitting behind Brissett, learning the game, picking up the game a little bit. I think by at the absolute latest, week 9, we'll see Drake May starting for the New England Patriots. I think the earliest is going to be like mid-October. Take your time. You don't have to play him right away.
Don't have to play
He's
him
starting.
at all.
He's starting. That's
You
what
have Jacoby Brissett for a year for a
Thank
reason.
you, Al.
Yeah.
You have him for a reason, to mentor, to guide him, to help him understand NFL defenses, what to read. Not to just go on your first read. Look at your second reads. Look at your third reads. Know when to scramble out of the pocket. That's what Jacoby Brissett's going to teach him. He's going to teach him all the ways of being a quarterback. And then when Drake May's ready, then we can throw him in there. It's not like the Mac Jones situation where he was clearly better than Cam Newton. He was ready to start from day one. Okay, great. Drake May might not be ready. And that's okay. Take your time.
I'm rolling the dice and saying he's going to be ready. That's going to be now. I don't care if Jacoby Brissett starts because I like him. I think we all do. I just think that he's going to be ready to start week 1. I would,
and if he is, that's great. And if he is, that's great.
Yeah. Like none of these are bad things.
Weaknesses to start week 1.
I would say if he doesn't start week 1 out, this is where I don't agree with you. I don't play him all year unless you have to. I wouldn't. Yes. Don't do the half a year thing. I think it's either you sit him for the whole year and have him actually and he'll still learn even if he does come in week 9. But he either sits or he starts week 1. I'm going to go with week 1. That's just where I am.
We still play the Jets twice a year. He'll get playing time when we're up 50-0 against the Jets.
Have him start just against the Jets.
It would be hilarious because
start a new winning streak. Liam, what would you do? What do you think? Is he starting
the whole year? The whole year.
Sitting the whole year?
Terrible. Yeah, sit him the whole year. He's got not great footwork. Throws are a bit erratic. Have Jacoby Brissett sit down with him. Alex Van Pelt, who just coached Lord Flacco over in Cleveland, have them sit down and work on his footwork and show him how to be a fucking quarterback. I wouldn't want to put him in there with this erratic footwork and then have him throw 2 dumbass picks because he doesn't set his feet on passes that he should make, and I'm sure he would make most of the time. But it's just, I'd hate for another Mac Jones situation to blow his confidence for some stupid reason because we put him in there because everyone's clamoring for the rookie quarterback. Set him the whole year, not a huge expectation. A lot of people are probably ready for Jacoby Brissett to start for the whole year. It seems like the expectation among Patriots fans is, well, May will come in week 12 and then he'll take over from there. But by the time it gets to that point, just sit him the last 6 games and
just sit him if it happens.
Yeah. Cause I don't know. My track record for quarterbacks who have said it's phenomenal. Most of the good ones have said.
Yeah, no, Jordan Love. I mean, Aaron Rodgers. So yeah, they've sat a little bit.
Brett Favre.
True, very true. Yeah, I don't know. I just think either way, I think the Patriots got a good one with Drake May. Hopefully, we don't know. That's the thing about talking about the draft, dude. No one knows shit. We're all just playing with our balls in the wind.
The amount of comment sections I saw where people were like, "This is a great draft." It's you won't know that for 5 years. What the fuck are you talking about?
I mean, and we'll
on paper, it looks like
that's how you got to do
draft.
it.
Yeah. All these guys are NFL players.
But to help Drake May, I think we all wanted the Patriots to pick a wide receiver. So they did. I don't think it was the guy that a lot of people wanted or thought.
I don't think it was the guy anyone wanted.
No, in second round pick, Jalen Polk, whatever the fuck it is, from Washington, right? If I remember correctly. He played with my boy Michael Penix, who, by the way, can we just real quick, what are the Falcons doing? They give Kirk Cousins $100 million guaranteed.
Yeah.
And then they say, oh, by the way, we're going to draft Michael Penix in the first round. I
get
having a backup.
Then they fuck the Broncos because then the Broncos oh my God, the second round
quarterbacks
go. Yeah, the Broncos holy shit, the second round quarterbacks are going in the first round. Fuck, we're taking Bo Nix.
They have the weirdest QB room ever.
But can we talk about that QB room for a second in Denver? The QB room in Denver right now, as it stands, is the following: Jarrett Stidham, Zach Wilson, Ben DiNucci, and Bo Nix.
Do you know who they need? And do you know who they're going to get? Bailey Zappi. Make it the
Bailey
perfect
Zappi.
fucking five.
Get two former
Make it the
Patriots.
Fab Five
Fabulous
2.0.
five. Let's go. Yeah, they got a while. Yeah, I don't know what they're doing. Poor Michael Penix. They had to ask him in the thing. He's like, yeah, I talked to Kirk, and I don't know what it is. Kirk
Told me to
Cousins.
fuck myself.
I'd be
Yeah.
pissed.
Oh,
But yeah,
100%.
Jalen Polk. Again, from what I saw, he can play outside. That's what people are saying he can do. He can play inside too, but they're saying he could play outside. A lot of people like him. It's just I think people maybe thought they were going to go with Mitchell, the guy we were talking about, obviously from Texas.
Or Ladd, which they traded out of. Which
they trade out of it, and then but I don't know.
It was about to be 2 for 2 on predictions, maybe 3 for 3 if they picked AD.
I was thinking about too when the pick came around. I was like, they traded out shit. But yeah, I'm whatever, cool. I think there's potential there. I'm happy about him being here. Like, looks cool. He's going to be wearing number 1, which I think is cool.
Kind of.
I like that. It's a cool number. Deshaun Jackson.
Can't live up to.
I'm pretty sure. Maybe it's going to be Javon. I don't remember who. But either way, I like it. I think there's a chance here to kind of similar to what Elliot Wolf said, where he's like, you pair Drake May with a couple of young receivers and you kind of have them grow together, which I think is the way to do it. Don't get me wrong, you can still bring in Brandon Ayuk or whoever, like if that was the way you went. But I don't know. I like that you drafted, you took care of a need, regardless if people think that's the right player to take or not the right player. You took care of a need. I like it. I'm not going to grade picks individually. I'll just grade the draft at the end. But what do you guys think about this one?
Was anyone underwhelmed by like who the fuck is this?
I was for sure.
Mitchell's still on the board,
and the only reason because in my limited like draft, I'm not even going to call it research. It's just like catching TV every once in a while. I just never saw his name. I remember the name because I did watch some Michael Penix games. I saw his last name on there, but yeah, I wouldn't even say that. I'll say underwhelmed, but not even in a bad way. It's just I like wasn't even on my radar.
You're not a big college guy anyway, Al.
Yeah, a little surprised. You were a little surprised, and you were also surprised at the fact that they didn't make maybe a little bit more aggressive offer to try to go up a little bit to get Xavier Leggett or get Keon Coleman, because I think those were 2 receivers that they would have liked to have in that second round. But
they did. Did you see they did try to trade with the Bills?
They did. Yeah, I saw that. And the Bills
said, nah.
Yeah.
Good
for the Bills, man. Good for the Bills. Keep that rivalry going.
Fuck the Bills.
But with that too, I mean, I think the Patriots are just going to get a good, solid number 2 receiver, steady, not going to blow you away with the speed, but he has really good hands, and he's going to do everything that you ask for in a wide receiver, which includes blocking when need be and going over the middle, which is what the Patriots could use a receiver like that. So, I mean, I'm good with the pick.
It's kind of, I was underwhelmed vastly.
Because it wasn't Marvin Harrison Jr.
Well, yes. Obviously, every wide receiver taken when they're not MHJ is fucking criminal. But, why would we need these guys if we picked them 4th? But, I digress. It makes sense, though. Like, the Washington had the most prolific offense in college football. Everyone was flipping out about how their entire offense, from line to running back to wide receivers, are all NFL caliber. And, people made the jokes that if Washington was in the NFL, they would have beaten the Panthers and shit like that. They were basically talking about how loaded the team was. I never really thought to. I only looked at Rome and Michael Penix and like the offensive linemen who were good. Never really thought to look at the number 2 guy. And of course, like the Patriots being unconventional, go out and pick the number 2 receiver on the most prolific offense in college football. And I'm like, okay, I watched the film. I got
yourself into it.
Yeah, I got stoned to the bone Saturday night and just sat down and crunched through the film. He had 28 deep targets last year. No drops, not a single one. I was like, that's fucking wild. Just the fact that like there are so many variables when you throw it deep, none of those variables were a drop. I think is fucking fantastic. But like Al said, not super fast. You're not gonna get a lot of yards after the catch, but he can catch the ball. Like Al said, willing blocker as well. I think it's unconventional, could be a above average, like good wide receiver. I'm sure I will be surprised. I just worry the Patriots don't have enough to utilize him. Like, he was really good at Washington because he had Rome on the other side and Michael Penix and a prolific offense. Like, who's he going to have to get him open and take coverages away from him? Like, Pop Douglas isn't demanding double teams. No one's hopefully Juju doesn't play. He won't.
God no. Yeah, dude, he already was a little bit last year.
Barely. Like,
Dude,
Juju hopefully doesn't play. Like, I just don't know if our offense is dynamic enough to really take advantage of a guy that, like, has trouble getting open on his own.
Well, this is where Alex Van Pelt comes into play. This is why football is a team sport.
You're right.
You just hope you hope that they get him in there. But
his pro comp was Devontae Parker, so that wasn't too exciting.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, so that wasn't great. That was alarming
but,
to say the least.
I don't know. Do you guys think? And I know you said they have the Al. I think you said they have the number 2. Do you think he can be the number 1? And I'm not saying like Devontae Adams, I don't know, Tyreek Hill, numbers,
but like number 1.
But like similar to how how like Julian Edelman was the number 1 on the Patriots, but he probably wouldn't have been a number 1 anywhere else. I just don't see why he couldn't be viewed as a number 1 here. Again, we are all talking. We have no fucking idea what's going to happen when it comes up. But I don't know. I think the potential's there, but
I agree. He certainly could. Like, hell, you never know how somebody's going to work and develop in an off season. Fucking maybe he gets tremendous footwork, runs fantastic routes over an off season, and then all of a sudden he's a number 1 receiver.
Yeah. Who knows? Next guy I'm pumped to talk about, but not because of him. 3rd round pick, offensive tackle, right tackle, technically, Caden Wallace. They asked him if he would be comfortable playing the left side. He said, yep. He had no qualms about it. So I think you're looking at the starting left tackle for the Patriots this season going in. How do you guys feel about it?
Don't love the switch right there.
I'm not
draft a fucking left tackle. Like, he's good. Like, I really don't have much complaints. Yeah, just like that's kind of like the point of this. Like, he's solid in pass protection. He had a huge leap going into his last year, like trending in the right direction. All of that is a right tackle. Like, what are we doing here?
Mm-hmm.
Unless, maybe the offensive line wizard that is Mike Onwenu is all of a sudden going to be the best left tackle in the league as well as guard, like you guys say. So I don't know what the fucking purpose is here, but that was the only complaint I have with this pick. It's like, pick a fucking left tackle.
Yeah, I'm in the same exact boat.
Yeah, I get it. It is always strange to me because obviously there were left tackles available. Like, it's not like they ran out in the draft. I don't know though. I mean, if he's sitting here saying he can do it, whatever, we'll see. Left tackle.
But if you asked him if he could play running back, he'd say, yeah.
I think the left tackle position is going to be the biggest thing this offseason, because I think the receivers are going to people are going to be excited enough with the receiving core. Maybe they add someone else, I don't know, but I think people are going to be excited about that and the quarterback enough to where it's going to be hyper focused on the left tackle. So we'll see. Patriots did just let go of Connor McDermott today too, so he's not an option to play left tackle or whatever. But do you guys see Caden Wallace's brother? You guys see what he does? No. He studies. He's an oyster scientist. They asked him what it was. He said, "I study people, or I study how people interact with the environment, and specifically with oysters and oyster management."
Okay.
Does that change your view on this pick at all?
Field. It does. Now he's clearly a perennial Hall of Famer.
Thank you. I saw that and I was like, if you have a chance, watch the video. Oysters are awesome. Yeah.
Al, big oyster guy.
I can mess with some oysters.
Okay, so you like to get horny a little bit. Yeah, I would recommend watching it. It's during his like introductory like thing, talking to like the Patriots reporters or whatever. He brings up his brother, and his brother comes in happy as shit. Like, you could tell he's been waiting to talk about this for like the longest time. He's like, "Let me tell you about oysters, guys. Okay, how we deal with them, how they deal with us. It's funny." I got like,
shut the fuck up. We want to see how your brother does a reach block.
Yeah, get out of here. Next one, guard Layden Robinson. I found this one a little interesting because it is a guard, so it's like, does this say? I don't think this says anything about how they feel about Cole Strange or Antonio Mafi or anything like that, or City So. But I think that the fact that they're getting depth, I like it. But it's like, what made them do that? I don't know. Like, could they have gone maybe another left tackle here, maybe a receiver this early? I don't know. How do you guys feel about this one?
Kind of meh. You know,
Yeah.
I mean, this is the only one that I'm like, okay, it's not really great.
I saw people saying reach for this one.
Maybe a little bit of a reach, but even so, it's like the one thing I'll disagree with you on, Mike. I think this does say something about Cole Strange. I think they're tired of his lack of productivity, and I think this is
watch your
make
fucking mouth talking
here.
about Cole Strange.
Hey, you watch your mouth talking about players that suck, because he sucks right now.
That's crazy. You think Cole Strange sucks? Do you think
right now? Yes.
I don't even think I'd go there.
Do you think he sucks, or do you think he's injury prone? Because you sound like Liam talking about.
Okay, so let me rephrase that.
Yeah.
Let me
rephrase.
Recant. Let me rephrase.
Backpedal.
We can settle on injury prone. We can settle on that. That's a fair comparison. I'll give you.
I'm fine with that. Just don't ever say he sucks.
I gotta say, I don't know many guards that have a reception that was almost a first down. So
I know none.
I can't think of any.
Yeah. But no, I do agree though. He is with the injuries there, it's like, good to have depth. I hope Cole Strange is healthy for the season, because I do think that he is an important part of the line if he's healthy. But if he's not, at least you have a 4th round pick to kind of plug in there, see how he is, see how City So and Mafi do on the other side, and kind of mess around a little bit there. And 4th round pick.
I liked. I did like this guy. If anything, I think this guy might be the left tackle, just because he's a late round pick. I could see them just being like, you know what, fuck everything you've known before. You don't even have to start this year. We're gonna kind of train you to be the left tackle. I did like the tape on him though. I have one thing in my notes, the only thing, and I wrote, he's the antithesis of Trent Brown. He actually cares and fires off the ball. So that was enough to sell me. I was like, cool.
Dude, if you can be the antithesis of Trent Brown, I'm fine. When it comes to effort, I'm fine with that.
I'd take somebody first overall if they're the antithesis of Trent Brown.
We'll see that. That'd be interesting to put him at left tackle. Next guy, 2nd, 4th round pick. I really like this pick. UCF. Javon Baker. This guy already seems like an electric factory to me. He said, I believe, just come to the stadium and bring your popcorn. I make people in wheelchairs stand up. He said that he spoke to Drake May and Jalen Polk and said that, the 3 of them are going to bring winning back to Foxborough. I know, Liam, they all say that, but I love that shit where he's like, we're going to do it.
This is different. People don't say the things that he's saying.
He said I think in his Twitter bio, it says, HCB, I hate cornerbacks. And on his eye black, he puts IC, whatever the acronym is, it stands for I can't be fucked with. I'm all in.
ICBFW.
Yeah. Thank you. I couldn't. Did you see me trying to figure out in my head? I was going to get lost in the sauce. I don't know. First day working from home. My mind's nuts.
To read those.
But what do you guys think of this? I like this one. This guy in the last 2 years, the only player to have more receiving yards than him is Roma Zune. So
Roma Dunze. Al couldn't pronounce it either.
Buddy.
Roma Dunze, yeah.
Do you remember how long it took me to pronounce Bryce Behringer?
Yeah, that's
an easy
every time you can't say
this one's got a Z. I can't.
But yeah,
Z's. How do you guys feel?
Javon Baker. I mean, look, he's going to be. I think he's going to make a difference this upcoming year. That's how good I think he's going to be, especially the yards after the catch, which is something that we've talked about wanting in a Patriots receiver for a couple of years now. Someone that can extend plays and make big plays for you.
Mm-hmm.
I think this guy in a couple of years can be a stud in the NFL if he puts it all together, which I think.
Dude, him and Pop Douglas on the field at the same time.
I know.
Put him on the same side of the field. Shit, man. Put Juju over there too. Just have him.
Now you lost me.
You didn't listen. Have him distract the corners. All of a sudden they say,
no one's distracted. Then we got more big problems.
No one's distracted unless he as he busts out a TikTok dance in the middle of it. This guy's fucking fantastic, though. I love
Right?
him. Like any of my problems are very like small. He has like messy physical mechanics. Like he makes easy catches look difficult.
That's what
Like
Steve Smith said. Did you hear
yeah,
Steve Smith say that?
no, did he?
Yeah,
Steve
exactly what he
Smith's a
said. He said you
fucking
make
man.
easy catches look hard and hard catches look easy. He compared him to Brandon Lloyd, who we all like.
Oh, really? Who
Yeah.
I fucking adore, Brandon Lloyd. But yeah, no, like the dude's, he ran this slant, and I've never seen anyone do this. I don't know why everyone doesn't do this. So he's running the slant, and he has the cornerback on his outside away shoulder. So the ball comes in, he catches it and takes like a step. So the corners, it's difficult to. So he's
I
on
got
the
you. I'm
outside
picturing
shoulder.
it. I'm with you.
Yep.
I'm with you.
Yeah. So he takes a step or two, hard plant, cuts back up the middle. So now the dude who was originally covering him is now behind him. He's running up toward the middle of the field. Somebody else is coming, plants again, runs the exact opposite way where the slant was originally going, gets by both of them. Both of them trip over each other. They both look like fucking fools. And he doesn't really have like tremendous speed, but he doesn't
No.
have terrible. He's faster than Polk. So he ends up getting good yards after the catch there. But the dude gets open with ease. Footwork's incredible. The release is stellar. Like this guy is a number one receiver.
I'm excited. I'm excited. Al, how do you feel? Just the fact that he says I can't be fucked with on his eyebrow.
Again, excited. Just very, very excited to have a dog. That's what the Patriots needed. A dog.
Someone with added, which again, it sounds like such like a buzzword, like talk show type thing. But it is nice to have like a receiver who is kind of like that Steve Smith type, like that, where it's like, no, I'm going to beat you and I'm going to tell you. Did you see one of the Patriots writers, I think Karen, whatever, said that that Javon has to the Javon Baker, I'm calling him by his first name already, like I know him, that he should watch his mouth or else someone in the NFL, is gonna learn to shut it for him, basically. I'm not trying to say it was some like weird thing, but it's like, what are you doing? The dude hasn't even played one snap yet.
I want him to get in a fight. Like that's the point. I'm hoping he can be a lot like T.O. and just go in there and talk a ton of shit. And like, we're not going to be very good. So I want somebody who's going to talk a lot of shit, make big plays, tell you he made a big play, and then get ready to make another big one and tell you the big play he's about to make on you. Just act a fool. Like this is fantastic. It's going to be box office. Get your popcorn ready in Foxborough.
I make people in wheelchairs stand up.
Who
says
it's
that?
So good.
Who says that? Oh
so
my god!
Good.
I'm sorry, Al. I cut you off. Did you have any final thoughts about?
No, just really excited to have a dog in New England.
Right, awesome, man. And then from that we go to 6th round pick, Marcellus Dial. I'm going to pass this one to you guys. I do not have a single thought about this.
Really?
Not bad or good. Just like it like passed my radar.
I'm gonna keep it quick. Just kind of a depth guy, a guy that can kind of do a little bit of everything on defense. So I'm good with it. Again, it is what it is. I think he'll be a complementary piece to the defense.
I actually kind of love this guy. Like this guy screams Bill Belichick pick, which is so weird to me because he's not in the organization anymore. But he's super physical. He reminds me a lot of Brandon Browner without the jail time. Like he doesn't give a fuck about interceptions. He had none last year and 3 the year before then. Doesn't want to pick off the ball. He's going for incompletions or crucifying hits. And there's nothing other than those two options. Unless the ball is going directly to him, he's not going to catch it. Super physical, probably will get a lot of penalties, like for, within 5 yard or after 5-yard contact. Gives up big plays due to that press, but I don't care. The dude's shredded. Like, yeah.
I'm looking at pictures of him and everything right now. 31 pass breakups over the last 3 seasons, so that's good.
Yeah. He fucking tortured. I was watching the film of him against Tennessee. He fucking tortured Joe Milton. He was
your boy.
Everything was a pass breakup. I think it was like 3rd and 10, 4th and 11, something like that. Had an incredibly clutch breakup. Had another one in the end zone. The dude was torturing Joe Milton.
All right, and I guess what better segue? Liam, next pick.
Yeah.
You-
Well,
you called it.
yes, I did. It was me over my genie oracle, knowing what the Patriots would do, and I'm more than satisfied. Satisfied to say that I'm right, and satisfied that the Patriots made this pick here. The Drake May era was really fun in New England. A whole 2.5 days. We got our Drake May out of our system, but we have our quarterback of the future, the Joe Bazooka. He's here to stay. We're carrying 3 quarterbacks this year. I don't want Drake May to play. I want Joe Milton to play.
He's not going to
Guy
play.
is the man. I want him to play.
He's
Al.
not going to
I
play.
want
Liam.
him to
He's
play.
not going to play,
Al,
Liam.
I will poison the food of everyone ahead of him on the depth chart and ensure that he plays.
Good. Then
Joe
enjoy a
Bazooka
1 in
on our
16
team.
season. Then
That's
enjoy it.
fine, because that 1 in 16
That one
season
win will be electric.
We'll put up more than 21 fucking points in each loss because Joe Bazooka is going to put that fucking thing down the field.
You sure he won't overthrow everybody by 15
box
yards?
Office. If he's overthrowing people, then we got the wrong receiving core.
Him and Javon Baker just killing people.
Dude, I'd be like,
hey, Mike,
Baker,
just add Joe
it.
Milton to the list already. Just make sure we do it
You
now.
should
Get it done.
You should do it. Get it out of the way. I love him. I absolutely love him. I see everyone talking like he's going to be another Taysom Hill. No, he's not going to be another Taysom Hill. We absolutely could use him as such, but that's not the case. We drafted our quarterback of the future. We just happened to draft him in the 6th round, but that's not new for us. 6th round pick, played at Michigan. Yeah, no, it's not. 6th round pick from Michigan. He's going to be here for 20 years. He's going to win us 6 more Super Bowls. He's a fucking monster. We all know it. All you have to do is watch one of his games, and you guys were all enamored. I brought him up. Have you heard of Joe Milton? Oh, yeah, like I've heard of him, I guess. And then you go and you watch the highlights, you go, this guy has a lot of sacks.
Al, can you bring some common sense back into this with Joe Milton?
What do you mean common sense?
Joe Milton is a project. I will give Liam this. He's going to be one of the 3 quarterbacks that the Patriots are going to have this year.
For sure.
It's going to be in this order. It's going to be Jacoby Brissett to start the season. Jacoby Brissett, Drake May, Joe Milton. Bye-bye Bailey Zappi. Bye-bye Nathan Rourke.
Thank God.
I will say drafting Joe Milton gives you a little bit of competition for Drake May that Mac Jones didn't have when he came in his rookie year. Like, yeah, obviously he had Cam Newton, but I'm talking from a rookie perspective. He's going up against a veteran now and a rookie from his own class.
Yeah.
So I mean, again, he has a huge arm.
He has the biggest arm.
But again, I think Joe Milton is way more of a project than Drake May is as a project. Don't be surprised if Joe Milton gets asked to change his position. Don't be surprised.
They talked to him about
Lamar
it. He
Jackson
said that there is no. He said there is no chance. They asked him.
Yeah, fuck that.
Yeah, but again, if they say to him, "Listen, Joe, the only way you're getting on the field is if you're going to play tight end," he'll play tight end.
No, he won't. He'll be like, "Fuck you! Watch this bomb and tell me I should be a tight end."
And then he'll overthrow it 20 yards, and then he'll say, "See you later."
You know why he might say "fuck you"? Because that type of player, there's always going to be a team. There's always going to be a
someone will pick him up. I
sign him and be like, we'll fucking put him here next to Malik Cunningham and do all this shit. There's always going to be some stupid team that signs a player just because they can throw really, really far
nowadays. But yeah,
I think he's with the Ravens. Oh no, he got cut by the Ravens. I think.
Yeah, he did. But yeah, no, this is fantastic. Super psyched. Like this is what we've all been waiting for, guys. This is
okay. Last pick of the draft, Patriots drafted Jaheim Bell, tight end. Yeah, I'm not gonna stay long on this one. Fighting for that 3rd tight end spot on the roster. That's basically what he's doing. If he stays there, no slight to him at all. I mean, you're in the NFL. It's just, bro, you're the 231st draft pick. I don't have any thoughts, and that's not good or bad. It's just, I hope you make the team, because if you make the team, that means you practice good and you prove that you could do it. You guys have any thoughts on him?
Yeah, I do.
Of course. Not a lot. So I'll let Liam take this
him and Joe Milton going to take over, huh? Tell us about Jaheim Bell. Jaheim Bell. I'm saying Jaheim Bell, right? Right.
I'm pretty sure that is. I actually don't know how to pronounce his name. I didn't do that. He goes to Florida State, so fuck him. But besides the overarching, he might as well be a Nazi in my eyes because he went to Florida State. I think the Patriots just drafted a fullback, and I love the dude. Like this is,
that's the case,
and that's glorious. This is what gets me excited. I can totally see them just completely scrapping the fullback and tight end are basically the same fucking thing, and this guy's utility player didn't get a whole lot of targets, hence his terrible draft position, but the value is very much there. Dude's an athlete. I watched his highlights. He reminds me of a beefier Tim Wright, and no one will understand that unless you're a Patriots fan. But it's just like that. Like the dude, it seems like he only gets valuable catches, like red zone catches. Like
that's
he
Tim Wright.
catches for first
That's
down.
Tim
Yeah,
Wright.
he's a utility tight end. And, this one appeals to probably all of us, but definitely me and Al anyway. He had an end around end around touchdown in college. So, like,
Ooh.
we all love the end arounds. The
Whoa.
dude he's just unique. He can do it all. He's not really big 6'3, 239, above average catching ability, attacks the ball, doesn't wait for it to come to him, stuff like that. He's torn his ACL like 16 times, so that would be my only hesitation. And the fact that he went to Florida State, but I like it. If that's your 7th-round pick, that's good value.
Yeah.
And make fullbacks great again. The
Yeah.
pool
If you
so
could convert him to
dwindled.
a fullback, that changes everything. I'm all in.
Exactly. Like, what has happened to the
No, we'll never
fullbacks?
get
Like,
fullbacks.
you can see the product, the quality of football has declined over the years. That the fullback has declined in use, and there's a direct correlation between lack of fullbacks and lack of fun football. It's disgusting. Makes it tough for me to watch on Sundays. I still do, but I hate every second of it.
All right. So that was the Patriots draft. What do you? I think we should give an overall grade. My grade, I'll go quick. It's going to be simple. A minus. And again, this all on paper. You don't know how it's going to pan out. The reason I give A minus, I think Drake May is going to be a great pick. I think Jalen Polk, Javon Baker. You addressed needs. That was good. They did draft obviously the right tackle. You don't know if he's the right tackle. Switch him to left tackle. They addressed all their needs, even if that tackle position should have been maybe you think just draft a left tackle to begin with. But I'm happy about it. A minus, and it comes strictly from those first 3 picks. Because I'm assuming that the right tackle is going to play left tackle and Javon Baker. So I'm going A minus. I'm very excited to see what happens. I think now we can finally start talking about football. Enough of everybody posting what they think is going to happen, rumors, trades, mock drafts, all that. Let's talk about fucking football. How do you guys feel about this draft? What's your grade?
Al, take the reins.
Liam's going to give an F.
All right. Well, I give it a C plus, mostly because we wasted our first round pick, which wasn't great. But then we ended up scoring our franchise quarterback in the 6th round, which is pretty sweet. I was underwhelmed by the Polk pick. Like, even if you pick A.D. Mitchell and it doesn't work out, like, at least you can look back and go, well, it made sense at the time. Like, you can't even do that with the N'Keal Harry pick. You could have done that with the A.D. Mitchell pick. So for those 2 reasons, I'm a little down on it. But everything else, I love basically every other pick.
I'll keep mine quick. I'm going to go B plus. I was going to go A minus, but I want to be a little bit different here. I don't think it was an A draft. I think it was a very, very solid draft. You got the high profile quarterback, hopefully in the 1st round, not the 6th round, the 1st round. You got a couple good receivers that are going to help you in Polk and Baker. I think they're going to be day 1 guys, to be honest with you.
Oh, yeah.
And you address some of your offensive line help, which is great. So again, you did everything you needed to do. You focused on offense, which is where you needed to really, and I'm going to quote Elliott Wolf here, weaponize the offense. I think you've done that, and I think there still could be a move or 2 that can be made in free agency or a trade before training camp starts. So overall, very solid. Let's see what they do on the field.
And they did,
yeah.
they didn't re-sign Zeke, so that's a huge win.
And they're probably, let's hope the next time we come on next week, the Patriots are without Juju. Let's just hope.
Yes.
Let's just clean slate.
Yeah,
get him
that's
out.
our next mission. Let's
Get him
just
out.
mentally try and get him off this football team.
But as we speak now, if you're watching, you can see Al taking a peek behind him. Celtics are playing, so go Celtics. Bruins are playing tomorrow. So I think we're gonna get off unless you guys have anything else you want to say before we dip out. Go watch the Celtics beat the Heat.
Bazooka Joe, baby.
Oh,
The
God,
time
this
is now.
Drake May time.
Okay, yeah, Drake May time. It's Drake May.
Gross.
May the force be with you. Tuck Rule
Bazooka.
takes.
It's gonna be May.
We are
I want
out.
arm strength.